Hello, everybody. Shadow SP here. Some Granblue fantasy. Gonna be trying to clear Yggdrasil. Magna Raid, Omega Raid. You'll hear it both ways if you look at the community. It's Omega in English, Magna in Japanese, whatever. All right. First things first. We're gonna do one thing in the shop. That is go to weapon series, seraphic weapons. Grab the booster weapon for wind, the Ring of Raphael. This is one of the most important weapons in the game. They all come with some story. It's not particularly important. Alright, so yeah, you look at this. Right, Ring of Raphael, you have to level it up from level 1. And to uncap it, you need to go back to this tab in the store. Like any other weapon, it has 3 uncaps. So you go through 3 steps of basically spending some materials. This you can obtain from this raid. I think you can get this, yeah, with Raphael's test. If I remember correctly, that will unlock when we hit. Oh no, it's unlocked right now. It just refused to show it to me. Right, because it doesn't drop there. It's a reward for clearing it. Right. So these can be done daily. They're not the greatest thing to do, but they're not terrible either. They do drop host mats for later raids, and basically doing each of the tests will give you one of these halo things that can be used to uncap your seraphic weapon. Now, we grabbed that, so we can come over here and we'll replace this thing. Remember, seraphic weapons, when you get them out of the store, they come as SRs. So remember to turn on the SR tab, and also look at the element that you're trying to put it in. All right. So we can put in the Ring of Raphael. At level 1, you can see it increases our damage. Right, and it will only get better from here. Okay, so going to upgrade. It's a bow in a very strange way. And I have these angel weapons. I'm gonna go ahead and put some of these into here. Alright, you can select these manually. Right. There's also an auto select button. So I'll demonstrate that here. Right, we can auto select, and it'll pick weapons based on the criteria you have selected. You can select the criteria here. So you can pick N, and if it says N, it's going to be N and Angel. You can pick any of these. I would not recommend picking N to R or N to SR because those will include weapons that might be useful for skill increases. But yeah, so now we have maxed out the Ring of Raphael for now. Alright, so there's a couple things to look at here. Alright, okay. Alright. Let's give it a shot. Just want to see what we're up against. Now, we could go to where the raid is, or we can click on the raid tab. This will show you raids that you can join. Like right now, we could join this raid. I'm not going to, right? Because we have to solo the raid first before we can join raids. You can also go to the raid finder to find specific raids. But what we really want to do is go to the raid list, and this shows us all the raids. Now these are our daily, you know, hard mode showdowns. Normal mode showdowns do not get shown in this tab. So if you want to do those, you have to find them manually. You can add them to your favorites list. Actually, let me talk about that real quick. So you can add any quest in the game to your favorites list. I have personally added every one of these raids to the favorites list. So basically, when I want to do this daily task of clearing all of these, I can just come to this tab and start clicking the buttons. Alright, so for now, let's go ahead and do Yggdrasil Omega. Now these do have a treasure cost, so if you fail, it does hurt, but these Omega Anima are pretty easy to come by. Alright, let's give it a shot. Okay, Grimnir is the summon we are looking for. And our party is going to be Holy Saber. Sorry, just double checking the character skills for this particular level up unit. Which one is this? First year's Muse, first year's. Gotcha. Suzaku and Kokoro. Let me swap these two. That should be fine. Alright. Let's see how this goes. It has been a while since I have done raids when I was this weak. Okay. Discharge bar gain, which has a synergistic effect with the third skill, and with Kokoro's first skill. So between those two skills, we're able to get a really strong lead on our charge bar gain. The last thing we want to do is debuff and press skill moves. Buffs and you know, other skills come first. Alright, we gotta make sure to do this in the right order. So Miserable Nest, Spear, and I think we don't do the third one skill right now because it costs HP. Now at this stage in our grid development, most of our damage is actually coming from Kokoro's supplemental damage. We'll see that that's gonna fall off real hard when when that buff falls off. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, and then that skill's fallen off, so how long does this last? One turn?
は生きる生きなきゃいけないんだ。邪魔をするな。
笑顔ならいつの日も大丈夫。
So this will apply some healing. Our wind attack up is already in place for Kokoro. Okay, we got the break before charge attack came out, which is probably good.
容赦はしない。
We'll do a summon real quick. And so the reason why people tend to skip animations is because debuffs are on timers. And Kokoro's buffs are keeping us in the fight.
ご命令を完璧に遂行しましょう。
ここだここだ。
はっ。準備は万端です。畳みかけますよ。
Reapply Miserable Mist. We missed the attack debuff, which is
ここだ。
kind of
お任せください。光のご加護を。
全力で行く。
I think we just use Failing over here.
いや
これなこれな。
この程度。
Yeah, that hurts real bad.
生きる。
Alright, so we go ahead and use
テンション上がるにゃ
this comes with a debuff clear, so that it gets rid of that attack now.
ご飯が食べたいです。
I think we're good to attack right now. Oh, I should put
負けていられません。
the defense debuff on.
俺は生きる生き
Suzuka
なきゃい
has
け
still
ないんだ。
got his passive gun,
するな。
so he's actually
笑顔なら
in
い
good
つの
shape.
日も大丈夫。
Because he's one of those characters that likes to kind of hover at half HP or lower. Okay, does look like we're gonna hit clear here.
ミュージックスタート。もう意味わかんない。私がそばにあります。
容赦はしない。終わりだ。
Alright, good stuff.
私たちの勝利でございます。
Alright, so that's an official clear for Yggdrasil Omega. Our roster in Wind is significantly stronger than our roster in any other element except maybe Dark. So our other fights are going to be a little bit more touch and go. Alright, so we got an upgrade weapon, that's pretty nice. Yep. And you'll see, like, this is not exceptional treasure by any sense. But, you know, these Genesis Buds and these True Anima are useful, just not right now. Alright. So, with that clear, we've unlocked the ability to do that raid, Yggdrasil Omega, in with the public, which is pretty sweet, because now we don't have to worry about failing the raid, right? If we get to a point where we're going to fail, somebody else will probably come in and finish the raid off for us. So yeah, no wasted hosts, and eventually, hosting this raid will get us to a stronger Earth grid. And once we get that, we can use it to go water, fire, and then that fuels into wind, and the wind fuels back into Earth. It's all a circle, all cyclical. The hardest thing to get into is light and dark, because there's not very many light weapons, or dark weapons available that are good in side stories, and we can't farm those raids with the proper elements. So we'll figure out what to do with those at a later time. For now, though, thanks for being here. Hope the clear was simple, easy to watch, informative. For those of you who might be having struggles, you probably would be fine just to open up the raid to the general public. It's not as though it's a crime to host a raid and let somebody else kill it. Right? That's the way that a lot of people make progress in the game. So, but yeah, this is the first in the series for the Omega Summons. I will try my best to come up with a strategy for the others. So, until then, Shadow SP here, signing off.